Look, if NFL players get a bye week, then so do I, goddammit. Well, let's do a quick Week 10 recap, and then we can move on to this week. Jay Cutler Hate Zone changed its name to the Connors, gave up on the season when Le'Veon Bell was supposedly coming back, and then jumped right back in when Le'Veon failed to report. Also, they beat Icing's Liquor, like, badly. The Jacksonville Foxies gave it to Inebriated. To Hard Luck Collies quit the league chat and won over the fumbling Foxcoons. The Alaskan Arctics continued their tear, blowing straight past Utopia Nubbins. Backfield Bunnies actually won a game over Swishing Foxtails, and Blue took it to Quarterbuck Sneak. Everybody caught up? Great. Now to this week. Quarterbuck Sneak did what the Bucks do late in every season. Take a guaranteed win against a struggling team and blow it. Almost. Somehow, thanks to the great General Luck's heroics, the Bucks pulled off a 6.5-point win against a team they were favored to beat by 20 in the Backfield Bunnies. Actually, the Bucks can largely thank the Buns on this one. Half a point from Latavius Murray, less than a point from Trey Burton, and just 4 from Allen Robinson. Congrats to the Bucks on completing a divisional sweep against the second saddest division in the league. You're king of the bottoms, Dusk. Speaking of, we have to talk about that other bottom division because y'all are actually turning it around. Starting with the defending champs, the Jacksonville Foxies pull off a 10-point win over Blue because T.Y. Hilton caught all of the passes. The Blues had the other AA run this week go off for 22 points, and Drew Brees just exploded for 30, and it still wasn't enough. That is 3 straight for the Foxies, who are really turning it around. And you would think that would put the Foxies in a great position to clinch a playoff berth, but no, the Alaskan Arctics will not go away. They snuck past to Hard Luck Collies this week by 14, despite putting Dalvin Cook on the field for a negative point. Collies' Doug Martin is exactly who we thought he was, getting just 58 yards of total offense for the Collies, and Road Ben appears to just be a thing of the past. That's gotta hurt Agra, seeing Big Ben light up the hometown Jags and push you out of a guaranteed playoff spot. Oof. Oh, but we're not quite done, Southern Tier Division, because Icing the Liquor also won, and beating Utopia Nubbins, which a few weeks ago would have meant something before Oreo lost 3 straight. Doesn't hurt that Tayu got to start a quarterback in the 3rd highest scoring NFL game of all time, even if it was the losing quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. In fact, that and the fact that Todd Gurley was basically mediocre for the Nubs basically won it for Tayu. 14 touchdowns in that game and not one of them to Todd. That's just terrible luck, Oreo. But hey, the Lickers are a game out of 500 again, so good job! Inebriated, in a desperate attempt to stay relevant, beat down on Swishing Foxtails, despite starting possibly the lowest scoring player in that slugfest in LA. Sammy Watkins puts up less than half a point, and the Otters still managed the win. Mostly because Ski had Cam Newton and mediocrity. Like some nice double-digit scores from some guys, but that's not gonna win you a game. It's okay, Ski, you're not the Buffalo Bills. You're like the Tennessee Titans. It could be worse. And finally, the team that had all but given up on their season just won their 7th straight game. And they did it despite their new namesake, James Conner, going for less than 5 points. Turns out Saquon Barkley was a huge mistake for the Giants, who desperately need a quarterback, but a huge boon for the fantasy world as the Jay Cutler Hate Zone beats down on the fumbling Foxcoons. Yeah, Kelly, I haven't decided if I'm accepting that mid-season name change yet. You might have to wait on that one until next year. Jared Goff absolutely exploding for 35 points would have been great news for the Foxcoons if that wasn't half of his overall points. Everything else on Nieto's team is as broken as Alex Smith's legs. Ooh, that one may have been too far. Nah, it's Washington. With just 2 games left, 2 divisions have already been decided. The Jay Cutler Hate Zone / the Connors have clinched the Great Lakes division, and Quarterbuck Sneak have clinched the Hardywood division with their divisional sweep. Utopia Nubbins, meanwhile, sit in the number 2 spot, but haven't clinched shit with 3 straight losses, and Inebriated still vying for a possible takeover. And in Southern Tier, it's anyone's game, but the Jacksonville Foxies control their own destiny, playing the Alaskan Arctics this week and Icing the Liquor next week. In the wildcard hunt, it's whomever doesn't win the Southern Tier Division trophy and Blue, with a couple of 5 and 6 teams asking for a miracle. Backfield Bunnies and Swishing Foxtails, you're both out, but you both have the chance to play spoiler this week against 5 and 6 teams, so have fun with that. Quick league reminder that there are 3 games on Thanksgiving this week, so set your lineups early. Also, the Washington Capitals are Stanley Cup champions. The bucket says so. Happy Thanksgiving, good luck, have fun, and as always, DFTBA.